Guy. It's Slater.
Good morning, class. Welcome to iRock You. I am Professor Slater. Thank you for joining us in room 51 in honor of Corey Taylor's brand new book that is out this week. It's called America 51. Beginning this week, inside the world of rock and roll, there's certainly some births that you're going to be quizzed on. Be aware of these following births in the world of rock and roll. Gene Simmons from Kiss is turning 68. Rob Halford, the metal god, is turning 66 years young. Alex Lifeson, the guitarist from the band Rush, will be turning 64. Vernon Reid, the guitarist from Living Colour, is turning 59. John Bush, the lead singer, one time with Armored Saint. He sang also with Anthrax, my personal favorite Anthrax singer. He'll be turning 54. Serge Tankian, of course, from System of a Down, will be turning 50 years young. We'll follow up the world of rock and roll births, of course, with the world of rock and roll deaths. And the big one happened this week. This was the week back in 1990 when a 35-year-old Stevie Ray Vaughan was killed in a helicopter crash near East Troy, Wisconsin, following a concert the previous night out in when he played alongside Robert Cray, Buddy Guy, and Eric Clapton, believe it or not. Unfortunately, the helicopter was on his way to Chicago with Vaughan's crew, and he hopped aboard. And next thing you know, unfortunately, the plane went down and lost, and the world of rock and roll lost a great guitar wizard in the form of Stevie Ray Vaughan. 3 crew members from Eric Clapton's crew was also killed during that unfortunate incident inside the world of rock and roll. Events. Let's follow up deaths with events that I need you to be aware of. Albums coming out this week. Iron Maiden put out their A Matter of Life and Death album in 2006. Pearl Jam had 2 albums out this week. No Code came out in 1996. 10 came out in 1991. Alice in Chains had their Facelift album come out in 1990. Metallica's And Justice for All came out in 1988. And Rainbow's Bent Out of Shape album came out in 1983. One event I also need you to be aware of. This was the week that, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant recorded their MTV Unplugged album back in 1994. But before that, let's go back to 1987 when Motley Crue singer Vince Neil suffered a mustard-related injury when he angrily broke a jar of Gulden's mustard before a show in Rochester, New York. He was upset because it wasn't French's mustard. The show was canceled. They airlifted him out to Baltimore, where surgeons had to repair nerve and tendon damage in his hand. And it just goes to show what a clown he is, because everyone knows that Gulden's is much better than French's mustard. And on that note, Mr. Neal, you will be responsible for snacks next week here at iRock You.
It's Slater.